All right, so now we're going into the actual next part. We're going into false love versus true love, and this is the one I was led to go ahead and release. I just had this in my notes like for years, and I was led to go ahead and release it the other day, actually before um, a lot of stuff had went down, and it's so interesting, you know, what had went down, and a lot of times what happened is, uh, and it won't even really be me to be, just the Father giving me an inkling of stuff or knowing, similar to a word of wisdom, word of knowledge, but or even discernment, um, of just knowing, that okay, this person shouldn't be around this person, or this person ain't really somebody to be around. I be telling the youth when I was working at the Boys and Girls Club, that man, you got a good heart, things like this nature, but when you're around certain people, you don't act, how you should act. You're a leader, you should lead, And I had a cousin, I would tell him that too, and I'd just be like, man, be careful. And I was talking with one of my other cousins, about him, and even some of the, younger cousins, and the callings and everything that's, on our lives, and I was just talking about, man, he needs to stop hanging with some of the people he was hanging with, and my cousin said, nah, you need to talk to the other one, and for some reason, I was still like on this particular, you know, cousin, because I treated this one a lot like my son. He used to go places with me and stuff, and we even favor a little bit, so we, it could kind of look like, I'm an older brother or whatnot, and he even grew like height and everything, in the similar way to the way I did, and even a lot of the way we are is very similar. He's going through a lot. He's going through a whole lot, but and it'd just be a greater testimony for the father. But you know, I just had. I was talking about it, and then another time he got in the car, I was like, man, bruh, get out. Seriously, get out. And it can even be, with your own family. It doesn't matter, you know. I was like, man, you shouldn't do that. I would just look at him. How sometimes the older folks, or even those, you're like, child will look at you, and they just have this look on their face like, don't go. They don't even have to say it. What's understood ain't got to be explained. But when you looking at them, it's like they know what you really saying. And even sometimes, maybe different times, you may even say it. And, it was times he would come in the house, and me and my grandma, this would be on the Shabbat, so me and my grandma would be studying, the word or whatnot. And he would come in, and every time it'd be like, I wouldn't want him to leave. I really just wouldn't want him to leave. And, something went down late one night or early one morning recently. And, man, it really was terrible. It really sucked. But I was not surprised by it when my, grandmother told me. Because somebody called her. I was like, why didn't tell me? But anyway, somebody called her and happened to hear it. And I got real quick what it was. And, who had got him, I said, yeah. Yeah. And so, of course, I went up there and, stayed with him and everything. But, that's just leading into, you better know who you hang, you better know who you around. You have to know them by the spirit. You can't just be like, oh, they look like me, or, oh, they don't look like me, they're opposite color. No, 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 no. No, no, no. You have to know people by the spirit. You judge, not according to the appearance, but you judge righteous judgment. See, the judge, according to the spirit, you have to look at people's hearts as the Father does. And the only way you'll be able to do that is, like we said in the first um, discussing, which is about the love of Elohim, is you have to get his heart on things. And so he'll tell you, because of the love that he had, like we said, his love is so um, enormous, so infinite, so amazing that he's definitely going to protect you. He's our protector. He's our provider. And he did such for my cousin, you know. He's already back. He's already actually about walking around. And, you know, it was, you know, potentially life-threatening. And, you know, I thought it was just playing around at first. And then, you know, it got serious. But it got really, really serious. And, no, that's not a friend. And that's not somebody that loves you. No. And, you know, I've been telling people that it's different nowadays. And it still goes back to, even, I just pray my cousin, you know, heart doesn't go, you know, cold. And it doesn't seem like he's getting toward that. But, you know, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall grow cold. But it has to be, but he that endures to the end shall be saved. So we have to continue to endure through the things that are coming at us. And he's continuing to do so. He's going to be, you know, even stronger. I pray that he's going to be, you know, an amazing, mighty servant, you know, of the Most High. Mighty minister, mighty servant for the kingdom of, you know, the Most High. A lot has been coming at him since he really wanted to receive, you know, the Holy Spirit a lot of years back when I was speaking to him about it. You know, a lot. I mean, a lot. But, you know, they come to find who's really there for him. And was really there, is really, you know, praying for you, is really giving you good counsel, good godly counsel, you know, things of that nature. And, you know, it's very important nowadays. Very, very important nowadays, you know. You know, I had a couple incidents, you know, because the adversary, let me tell you something. The adversary after us, he does not love you. He allow you, and sometimes even try to tell you that he does not love you. I'm going to go into another instance in the book of Adam and Eve. We're going to break this down, but he does not. He does not love you at all. Point period. He hates you. He hates humans. He hates Adam. He hates Messiah. He hates darker skinned people because Adam would have been a darker skinned, you know, person. He'd been ready, but he would have been a darker, you know, skinned person. And of course, the Mashiach was a darker skinned person. So, you know, that's why we get a lot of the brunt of, you know, what what's going on as a people, you know, darker skinned people. So, you know, that's where that comes from. So it's not even really, it's more so a race thing. Is he just don't like mankind, Satan, the adversary. So, especially those that are really walking, you know, like the Mashiach, really doesn't like that. So yeah, so, you know, as some of y'all know, I've been working on a farm, and you know, with like-minded people, and a guy came in later, you know, we didn't really want to, you know, too much, you know, judge him, you know, by his opinion, like I was just saying earlier, you know, just not according to the opinion, but judge righteous judgment. But we also have to understand that certain things that we do, that we put on us, does indeed open us up to wicked entities, and those things are absolutely still there. And so, you know, that was definitely proven. And you know, a lot of times you'll be like, man, why does this person always try to sabotage stuff? Why does this person just get mad really quickly about stuff? Why does this person hate? Why does this person hate us? But let me tell you something that was said. That has said, we can't control how a person comes at us, but we can control how we react to them, and how we react to them shows them. If you can catch what I'm saying, because the word, we can relate the word to a mirror. The word to like water. When you look in water, there's a reflection and shows you what you really are. The word does the same thing. And so us wanting to be a representation of the Mashiach, who was a living word, who was a representation of the Father and the Word in the flesh, we want to be a representation, a copy of Him, right? So if we do that correctly, then if we do it as He would do it, then it's going to show them their self, and now it's holding up a mirror towards them. And now they're going to see, whoa, why am I coming at them like that? If we react in the correct way. And so, you know, it was just constantly different things, you know, here and there. You just, you know, overreact and get mad about this extra stuff. And, you know, You just have to know it's a spirit going on. You just have to know the adversary trying to attack you, and you have to give him no place, as it says in the word. It's in Ephesians. Give the adversary no place, because he does walk around seeking whom he may devour. So you have to be sober. You have to be vigilant. For like a lion, he walks around seeking whom he may devour. So may devour, who he's allowed to devour. If you don't allow him to devour, he can't devour you. But you have to have, your full armor on, which is in Ephesians chapter 6. You have to have your full armor on. And you have to have the love. Which you have to have love. Love conquer all. Like we were saying, love conquer all. Perfect love casts out fear. So you don't even fear that thing, because you have so much love in you for the Father and for your fellow man that it overwhelms whatever that fear feeling that might try to come over you, or that they're trying to put fear into you. It's so much love, it just blocks it, repels it. It doesn't even get close. That's the kind of love that he had for us. Unshakable love. I'm listening to a song that's actually saying that, so I had to go ahead and say that I love this song. It's by Julie True. And you can just search it on YouTube. Heaven's Embrace, and they give you 3 songs actually. Heaven's Embrace, Ways of Love, and You Delight in Me. Amazing. It just helps you, relax. It'll help you sleep. It'll just get you in the right mindset. And that's the other thing. We need to start listening to stuff that's talking about love, the love of Elohim, so that our mind can be renewed. Our mind can be on the same things. That we can be thinking on love. Hallelujah. Not thinking on wicked things of that. Killing, stealing, destroying. That's what he came for. But the Mashiach came to give us life and life more abundantly. And so it came, of course it came to a head one day. So then this other young boy came, and he was trying to set up, first he was trying to set up the other guy, was trying to set us up against each other, talking about he heard that we didn't like each other, which was not true. But it's also why sometimes we have to keep our mouth shut. Even when we're teaching people, we have to teach them correctly. Because I had told him he doesn't get away with anything. He'll think he's sneaking up. Sometimes they'll think they're sneaking up on you and stuff. And I was like, nah, sometimes I knew you were there, I just didn't say nothing. But it's, because of the Father let me know, I love things of that nature. And so I guess that stuck with him. He was like, no, I'm going to get him. Or whatever spirit was in him was like, no, I'm going to get him. So it was one night I was just really like, man, something going to get taken. Like, why does it seem like something going to happen? Something going to take something from me. Something got taken to where in the first instance when I got in my spirit was I should have said no to the other dude that kept coming at me wrong. I was saying when he said, can I leave my cookies there? The first thing I was getting was, nah, make him go and take it down there with him because it might be a setup. So, okay, he left him there. The next day, it turned out he like somebody eating it, so he gonna try to blame me, right? And I had gotten my own cookies, and the cookies I had gotten was organic. So it was like, why do I want those cookies if I only want healthy organic cookies? For one, I got my own, and I got cheeses. So I don't need your cookies. That's what I was saying. But he just kept trying to blame me. He had this mug on his face. At another time, he comes back. It's a mug, it's a mug on his face. And of course, the guy that was over the thing believed me, because one thing I know is the Father hears everything. So it's pointless for us to try to lie and not tell the truth, because like I said, the Father sees everything. So I don't want to lie to him, so what I'm going to lie to, a person too, because I know he hears it. I know Malakim record everything and see everything. So it's pointless for anybody to tell a lie, like we said in the others, because anything that's covered or done in secret is, going to be made manifest, as we're seeing continue to happen, where people are trying to hide something is coming out quicker. Absolutely. So the word continues to be confirmed, and that's the beautiful thing about it. So you might as well just go and tell the truth off rip. So you want to make up, 750 lies afterwards, each more elaborate than the one before. It's pointless, man. It's pointless. Just let the Mashiach cast that lying spirit out of you, straight up. So So yeah, he tried to bear false witness against me. I mean, literally was bearing false witness. And I mean, he would stand there, he'd come out later, stand somewhere and just mug, and his countenance looked like, I looked at his countenance and it didn't look like him no more. Like I could see what it really was. And, you know, he just sat there staring the whole time looking at him like, what? And he did not change his face. And I'm like, what? Because I'm eating my own food. You know, it's interesting, the Father loves it. He'll warn us. He'll be like, you probably should go ahead and eat the Cheez-Its and not the cookies. You know, just in case he thinks, you know, it's the wrong cookies. Even though it was my cookies. But our Father thinks so, you know, far ahead that he's like, look, we don't even want him to be thinking the wrong thing. Because the Father knows the thoughts and intents of our heart, because it's just like it says in Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Elohim is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, able to divide asunder between the soul and spirit, the joints and the marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. That's very think about the word. That's why we have to speak the word. That's why we have to hear the word. The Father will show us. Call unto him, and he'll show us great and mighty things, things that thou knowest not. Jeremiah 33:3. Hallelujah. And the Spirit of truth would always speak truth. And so, like we said, that's not love, bearing false witness against your neighbor. That's hate. That's breaking a commandment. It's definitely something you have to repent of. You know, and he would keep coming, you know, trying to apologize. And I would pray for him. I'd you know, give him a little, teaching a little word, like here and there, you know, things of that nature. It was just different. He was really young, and the other boy was even younger than him. But that situation, you know, got handled too. That situation had to get handled, you know. But that was false love from both of them. That was false love of a boy trying to sit and talk to me as if he didn't do it when he was the one tried to set both of us up to fight against each other. And I thought about it and remembered when he thought he could get away with anything. And I said, of course it was him. Because he thought the other dude took his stuff another time. So, yeah, it was crazy stuff, man. Being sneaky, trying to hide things, this, that, and the other. But, man, we have to be in prayer. We really have to be in tune with the voice of the Most High. So let's get into this real quick. That was just a story I had to go ahead and talk about. I'm not going to go into other stories. There's plenty of other stories I can give about false love and true love. I may go ahead and do that later, but let's get into this. So, this is a while ago, and what I had said was I watched a little bit of Juice, and I was just watching a movie about Joseph, and I had made a connection between brothers, and I have neighbors in parentheses, hate, envy, and greed. And if you recall in James 3:16. And we'll go there really quick. If you recall in James chapter 3:16, it's so crazy because the Father gave me that before that other stuff had happened as well. For where envying and strife is, there's confusion in every evil work. Now here's the other thing. Dude was just envying. That's the righteousness, you know, that the Father had put on me, because he'd be like, man, how do you say so righteous? Like, he would ask me stuff like that, and it's almost like flattery. Or he would say, man, he's really good teaching, but then this other stuff would happen. So when people trying to flatter you like that, keep an eye on them, those type of people. Seriously, keep an eye on those type of people. You know, some are legit. Like, if I want to get somebody like if I'm gonna get somebody like a compliment, you know, I'm serious about it. I've never liked people, you know, just saying stuff and they be just saying it, and all the while they thinking of how they gonna plot to tear you down. Nah, ain't nobody got time for that. Seriously, ain't nobody got time for that. Cause it's about building up people, you know. Like on here, preaching, prophetic poetry. It's about building people up. That's what the gift of prophecy is for. It's about building people up, building up the church. Things of that nature. We're builders. We build the kingdom. So that's what it's about. So, you know, ain't nobody got time to be trying to tear nobody down. But James, you know, 3:16, and that was what it said, you know. And just like, you know, of course, with the works of the flesh being made manifest. There were two in James 3:16. We'll listen to it. We'll go to Galatians. We'll go to Galatians later. I'm going to read that. We'll go to Galatians later. We got to understand this also. Those things, of course, are contrary to the law, they're contrary to the spirit, which is contrary to Elohim. For Elohim is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints, all assemblies, congregations of the saints. So when those things happen, that's the father of lies, Satan, the adversary, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, or the pride of life is what he tempts/attacks us with each and every time. So, but he would also talk about how he would want to be, better. He'd be like, man, you're slow, you're fast, da-da-da-da. He would just say little things here and there. Or, man, I'm going to tear you down later at lunch. I'm going to clown you later. I'm going to make you cry, like stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to cry. Like, I would say that. And it was one time I just had to go ahead and come and get him. But, they was like, whoa, don't let him get, like, where he really going to, get on somebody. Like, clowning and stuff. But, I don't really care about all that. I be wanting to, pray for people and be strong in that and help people grow in that, because that's what it's about, man. We all trying to get to this kingdom, bro. So people been going somewhere with the extra stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. But let's continue. So if you recall in Juice, Tupac character Bishop ends up killing Raheem for no apparent reason. They are boys, partners, whatever word for real close that you choose to use. Basically, like brothers. Bishop then proceeds to try to cover it up and has the audacity to go to Raheem's funeral, still telling lies. The reason I say audacity is because he actually consoles the mother and sister of Raheem, saying he was like a brother to him. Actually saying he was sorry that this happened, not admitting that he did it, of course, and that the police had no leads on the case. The connection with the Joseph story was that after they sold him to the Ishmaelite traders, they then covered his robe in blood to make it appear that an animal tore him apart and that they only found the robe. Naturally, the father Jacob, who was Israel, was distraught. Torn up as much as that robe was. He was extremely grieved, just as Raheem's mother was. Point being, that was hate for Bishop to sit and lie and act concerned while hugging Raheem's mother while she is crying hysterically, extremely loud. Just like it was hate for the brothers of Yosef to sit there and act like they had no part in what happened and watch their father mourn. There's something truly wrong there. Like, how can you do that? Like, where's your conscience? How can you really sit there and do that, man? Seriously. To your family? How you sit there and do that? Telling the truth is love. I don't care if you feel like a lie gon' spare my feelings. Tell the truth. Seriously, tell the truth. True love. Let's talk about this boy story. True love. Here's true love. True love also, let me tell you something, is being there for that woman when that woman having your baby. Let me tell you something, because this woman is going through so much when they pregnant. This woman is going through a lot when they pregnant. Adversary attacking them all the time, telling them, oh, don't keep it, kill it, let it go, don't keep it. You don't want it, that man ain't gonna be with you, that man ain't even gonna look, this, that, and other. The man supposed to be there to be that shield, to knock all them darts away from her. Why? Because he's the stronger one, she's the weaker vessel. I'm not saying she's weak, I said she's the weaker vessel. We're talking about spiritual. He's supposed to be there to cover her and protect her from all those things that's coming towards her. And be the one to tell her, nah, stay strong. You got this. I'm here for you. I'm definitely going to be here for the child. Even if you ain't going to be able to just be like, I'm going to be here for the child. Or I'm going to take care of the child. You know what I'm saying? Understand all the emotions that are running through this woman's mind. She's even more emotional than she already is. Women are already emotional creatures. But understand how much more is coming there. How many more spirits are messing with her now than already were when they're pregnant. Because true love is to be there for that person, so that this person doesn't get the thought to go ahead and not keep the baby, which is killing the baby, which is not love. That's false. That's thinking, oh, I love it. No. That's hate. And then it's going to go on down the road and they're going to start hating themselves. But man, be strong and be there for her. Don't ever let the adversary plant something in your head to be like, are you going to keep it? to ask to say something. Never let any of the words you might say be something that might cause that. Seriously. Even if you're talking about adoption. And if you start talking about it. And don't give no money. And you be there to make sure that nobody else try to give her money to be able to pay for it. Because most of our children are the ones that's in these doggone Planned Parenthoods. Because like I said, the adversary hates you. He wants you dead. He wants your children dead. He don't even want your children to come into the world because they could be so mighty. I do think about that. When I see one of my cousin's child, and he's about 5 or so now, and I look at it because my boy would have been a couple months older than him, and who's to think how mighty he would have been? Who's to think how amazing he would have been? I didn't do it. I didn't commit it. I didn't tell her to do it, but at the same time, I'd have to been there as a man, take responsibility to make sure I was there to make sure that couldn't even cross her mind. Because, I mean, we were talking about the name of the child and everything. So I'm like, oh, we're going to keep it. I'm working out hard. I'm getting ready. I'm really trying to go to the NFL. Now I'm like, man, I'm about to have a boy. I'm excited. And so when I ask her, she's like, it's real quiet on the other side of the phone. And I knew then. I just started weeping. I cried. Because I always wanted a child. I always wanted a son. I always wanted to get married. I always wanted a child. You know what I mean? So that hurt. Especially for her to be like, no, it wasn't you, but, and I know you would have been a great, dad, a great father, whatever. That, I wept, man. I cried. Seriously, I cried, man. I did. Because that's not love. That shouldn't have happened. That's murder, man. It should not have happened. Shouldn't have happened. A lot of people do it for convenience, man. And they set it up, they make it so easy for our people to do that. They set it up so close to where our people, go and do that. Almost like sacrifices, man. What? Okay, bruh. No, man. No. No, man. That's not worth it. It's so not worth it. And this is definitely going to have another part. Let me stop it right here and get ready for the next part. I'll stop it at 28 minutes.